effort is there, but effort in this league don't get it done. I think it was our the third quarter, we did a really good job, and then a couple of that run in the fourth hurt us. Lead went from, I think it was like 4 or 5, and you look up and it's 15, and versus a team like that, especially when they had Yoke on the bench, I think that's when we could have took advantage of it. And we fought to the end, but it was a little bit too late.
Do you like the fight you guys had now in terms of just being able to stay in it consistently throughout this game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't take moral victories. I think, we've been in the league long enough to understand that, we got to figure out a way to, win the game. And, I think, each game is going to be different, obviously. Personally, I think we're still just, at least me, I'm trying to find what's the rhythm from game to game, because it's been different each and every game. I think that could be a little frustrating for guys and individuals, but we got to figure out a way to win one. I think tonight that we're trying things, we're figuring out things on the fly, seeing who was hot, and just, it wasn't like a big scoring game for everybody. I think we're trying to pass it, find the right man. Never did a good job of clogging the paint and switching up their defenses, but defensively we didn't have anything for Yoke, and that's why he's the player he is.
Zach, Eubank's been giving you guys some good minutes and stuff like that. You can talk a little bit about what he's been doing these last few games. He had 19 points tonight.
Yeah, Drew's a pro. You come off the bench, start him, throw him in late. He's gonna figure it out. And I think his energy and even just him day to day, his charisma helps us out.
You guys don't have Keegan to provide the outside shooting and spacing, but where are you guys at from a comfortability standpoint with the starters offensively and the process of filling that out?
Yeah, I mean, we look good at times, and then we look terrible at times. And I think that's one of our biggest points. So we're trying to figure out our flow with everybody, and I think everyone has tried to take a step back of who they are as well for the greater good of the team. And that's good for everybody to do, but then eventually we got to figure out, what's going to work and what's going to roll for us. So I think that's the frustrating part.
Are you seeing signs? Are there certain things, like when you watch the tape, are you seeing signs that you like offensively, the figures?
Yeah, like I said, you see spurts of it. I think we do a good job of playing fast. Me and Domas is getting connections, especially like today, they're blitzing us. I was able to find him in the pocket. He had a game going. But we'll go away from something too, and then out of nowhere, and then we'll lose that rhythm, or we'll get out of something. So it's frustrating.
Where is the frustration level with you guys?
I mean, I think guys we don't like to lose. Obviously our record isn't where we want it to be, but we're still encouraging each other. We're talking during timeouts. We're talking after a game. So we're still in it.
Zach, what do you think has to change to kind of get you guys heading in the right direction?
We still got to have that belief. We still got to be able to go out there and be competitive, and the things that we're paid to do. But we got to figure out how to put results on the paper. If it was one thing, I was saying to somebody in here, I was like, I wish I could point to one thing and be like, it's this and this, and we work on these two things and we'll be good. Like I said, it's different every game. And I think that's what's throwing us around.